see his man. It's your boy, man, the one and only, out to the Q, and I'm back. First and foremost, hold on, let me show y'all. First and foremost, I want to say shout out to Infamous Sylvia for keeping the exclusives um, footage on the court case. She's really the only one with it right now, and she's been doing her thing for a minute. So y'all go subscribe to her if y'all want to get even more exclusives. We about to look at let me see. You about to look at yesterday's court session. Yeah, and she said allegedly in the beginning. I haven't seen this whole thing, but allegedly in the beginning, she said that she heard that it got evacuated or something yesterday. So I don't know what quite happened, but we about to get into it. Hope everybody's having a good day. You know what I'm saying? Free Thugger. You know what I mean? Even though I know some of y'all don't want them free. Let's get into it.
This is from yesterday. I was not here yesterday at court, but we have coverage from yesterday.
Matter of fact, my thing will be everything in the way. Let me move it away. Yeah. Smash the like too when y'all pop in. Smash that like. This nigga Thug and got his shit braided.
And today, Thug has on a lighter suit with a black turtleneck. So later on today, I'll show you that video for today. And that in this video here, he has on a like a what is that brown suit, right? What color suit is that?
Yeah, it's like light brown.
Oh, I heard that yesterday. Okay, I heard yesterday that they told them to evacuate to leave the courtroom. So we should see about that. I don't know what happened, but I heard
What up, Chicago?
this is before the judge came in. So this is some good footage. Okay, Young Thug is very talkative today and yesterday. I can hear him talking, right?
Money. Smash that like, gang. Smash the like. Smash the like, man. One time, shout out Infamous Sylvia for the exclusive, man. One time, man. We about to lock in, man. Y'all smash the likes. Let's get into it and see what the hell happened. Why the courtroom got evacuated.
I don't know what they're saying, but
Shout out Victoria, Texas. Hold up.
guys, this is from yesterday's footage. Today they're doing hardship, but I'm not playing today's. I'm playing the one from yesterday. I was not here. But in a few minutes, I think they're gonna have them to leave the courtroom, the attorneys to leave the courtroom. I don't know why.
Smash that like when y'all pop in, gang. Smash the like.
I know a lot of people ask why do they wear headphones in the courtroom. It's because they're listening to the discoveries and stuff like that on the computer or the laptop or the iPad, so they get an opportunity to review their discovery and things like that.
Okay. I was wondering why. Shout out Nolans.
If you guys have any questions, just put it in the chat. You see them? They're reviewing discovery and things. Part of the evidence in their case. So it's not none of the defendants doing it. So they don't have access to it. So their attorney brings the laptops and the iPads in so they
Chocolate
can
chip.
review their stuff with them.
There's so many of them, bro. I don't even be knowing who is who. I remember that dude that did show though, the chunky dude, the heavy set dude. Hey, all I ask y'all, we just get into it. All I ask, man, is please smash the like button, man. Shout out Chocolate Chip. Shout out FMG Young Nola. Shout out Filas, Armando, Shmoney, Sean. You know. You see, you thought Thug had a chance a few times. He still
Hey,
do.
Lady Coltrane.
I don't know. I'm just
How you
watching
guys
like
doing?
I go to Aiden Ross looking ass dude. Q! Hey, yo, Q! The Queen, Cleona, what you doing? Okay. Let's get into this. Gang, gang.
Overreacting. Who would have got an alarm? Who would have been an alarm?
They talking about some kind of alarm. That's probably what it probably was like a fire or something.
All right, guys. This is from yesterday, on yesterday's coverage of the YSL. I wasn't here yesterday, but here's some of the coverage that went on. Okay, those that are on IG, I'm on YouTube. If you want to come over to YouTube, you'll be able to hear it.
Hey,
It's
shout out
Infamous
Portland.
Sylvia on YouTube, okay? I just want to let you guys know.
Hold on, man. Them likes ain't matching them motherfucking viewers. Chocolate Chip said it, man. Y'all gotta smash the like, man. Come on, man. I could listen. Y'all could be anywhere in the world. I could be anywhere in the world, but we all here, man. Let's keep this good thing we got going. And I appreciate everybody who already did. But yeah, let's get into it. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out Chocolate Chip.
And I'm showing the coverage, okay?
Free
These
Spider.
on the YouTube side. Okay, so all right. Oh, his moved. All right, let's go to the next one. That was a short one. That was a turn.
Oh, this is the evacuation right here.
Please step out. Please. Okay? Hey, Minute, you talk so fast. I gotta step out. Okay. I'll worry you something. Yes, sir.
I don't know what happened yesterday, but they were all being told to get out. All the attorneys, they had all had to leave.
Oh, only the attorneys? Oh, they must be. That's that
So they even told the
investigation.
camera guys to remove the camera from showing them. So I don't know what happened. Okay, that was that. So then eventually, this is so. I appreciate.
Lieutenant Gibson, we got her.
Everybody, yes, sir. Everybody is present.
Okay, attorneys, we have anybody missing? Check your customary friends you've been sitting next to. Anybody else that's missing or unaccounted for? Okay, all right. Let me go ahead and take roll at this point in time. Mr. Beebe and Mr. Partridge. Good morning.
Guys, remember this is from yesterday. This is from yesterday.
Mr. Short, good morning, gentlemen. Mr. Farley and Mr. Menez, good morning. Mr. Williams, Mr. Steele, Mr. Adams, good morning, or gentlemen. Mr. Mender, Ms. Fagan, good morning.
You say you would have ran out the door. They would have
Mr.
told.
Kendrick and let's see, Ms. Hingerty, good morning.
They've been shot and killed.
Mr. Huey, Mr. Matthews, good morning. Mr. Myrick and Ms. Bernard, good morning. Mr. Nichols, let's see, Ms. Westmoreland, Mr. Garner. All right. Mr. Adams and Ms. Callan, good morning. Mr. Blaylock and Mr. Hill, good morning. Mr. Dorsey and Mr. Jimenez, good morning. Mr. Eppinger and Mr. Johnson, good morning. Mr. Ryan and Mr. Misty Williams, good morning. Okay. All right, councils. Let me first give the updates from Ms. Von Kelsch. Madam, you want to make your announcements? We did have you, from pursuant to what you told us, jurors 715 to 815 who came into this morning. Is that correct, to fill out questionnaires?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and is there anybody that we need to account for who did not show up, we otherwise need to track?
Juror 769
Okay,
did not appear. That juror advised my staff on the 24th, following the proceedings, that he was not going to return. And this morning I received an email from him indicating that his wife came into contact with someone with COVID, so he wasn't feeling well.
so did we instruct him to go ahead and take a COVID test and to report that back?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, just keep track of him, and you can tell him that he needs to update you on that by tomorrow. If we don't, when we're in court, if we don't hear anything from him, I will issue a rule NISI for his attendance.
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay. As I understand it, how many people did you have that that wish to be examined for hardship today? Or
It's
do a self-examination or their questionnaire?
Sure, it's about 70%. I will get you an actual number.
Okay.
Yesterday's number was 74
Out of
100.
Wow, 74 wants hardship out of
okay,
100.
and then today you'll be able to give us a total of that later.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right.
Wow, that's a lot of hardship requested.
Councils, anything else, Ms. Blank?
No. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much as usual. Councils, we're going to go about 15 or 20 minutes. I believe we'll have lunch. It'll be the lunchtime hour, and to accommodate that, and I have an unrelated monthly judges meeting that starts at 12:15, commence and will conclude at 1:45. So that will coincide with our lunchtime hour. We'll work probably from about 2 o'clock this afternoon to a little before 3. I have an obligation at 3 o'clock to take care of. That should take me about 15 minutes, and then we'll work from about 3:15 to about 5 o'clock, and that'll be our work day. At the conclusion of the work day today, I'll let you know about tomorrow. Tomorrow, as you all well know from Ms. Von Kelch, we're going to have jurors 816 to 905 that will be coming in to fill out questionnaires. We're going to have a relatively short work day tomorrow, probably about an hour or a little more than that, due to the fact that we've just got, it just takes a little bit of time. We're averaging about 11 o'clock or thereafter for us to be able to get ready. What I like to do at that point in time, tomorrow with Ms. Von Kelch's assistance, is to then just map out over the next probably week and a half, the dates that we will be examining those jurors, the remaining jurors for hardship, and we'll schedule those accordingly. So, any ministerial inquiry before we get started? All right. Mr. Randolph, can we start off with 774? I believe that person has an affidavit. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, 774, counsels.
All right, that's that clip. Let's see. I'd like to hear. Did you play that? Heard it? Let me print a couple. Yeah, play the other. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna mute this. I'm gonna mute this part because they're doing the hardship. So I'm just gonna mute the hardship part. Okay.
The state's motion for an order reinforcing the court's directive prohibiting dissemination of discovery pursuant to OCGA 17-16-4 Delta. And then the response to the state's motion for an order reinforcing the court's directive pursuant to that same code section, OCGA 17-6-4D. Let me recap what is alleged. And Ms. Bernard, you can certainly augment this, but I'm just going to put, for the purposes of the record, just what's been filed so I can rule upon it.
Tony in there, Pony Tony in there. You can see
On
him.
or about order,
Can y'all still hear it
specifically
with me
restricting
muting it?
the disclosure.
No, Miss Sylvia, we can't hear it.
A witness interview of somebody that is going to be called potentially at trial. That particular video has garnered some over 30 million views on social media
Oh, this is
as of yet, and probably
the one from day before yesterday, right? I'll let it rock though.
counting. And that would be in direct violation of this court's order. Now,
I'm good, bro.
you all in this courtroom are very seasoned advocates, and without I don't want to necessarily get into down in the eaches as to what or who might have disclosed this particular information, because I can't do that right now. And certainly it affects everyone's right to a fair trial under U.S.
Do y'all? Hey, this is the one that we looked at yesterday. So I guess that was pretty much the first part of the stream. You know, that was all the newer footage from yesterday. This is from day before. Do y'all want to watch this again? Let me know in the chat. Do y'all want to see this again? I know some of y'all probably didn't even see this one, but this is the one they was talking about. They was trying to go for the mistrial situation. And I think Pony Tony in this one and all of them. I guess shout out Miss Sylvia. I guess she just put it all together on this one. But she said there's some more shit finna drop. So if y'all want to stay tuned in, go subscribe to her. You said it's not a trial. Do y'all let me know in the chat. One in the chat if you want to let me if you want me to let this go. Let this play, I mean. One in the chat if you want to rewatch this one. One in the chat. I don't mind. Just let me know. I need a one in the chat. Is she gonna play the whole thing? Yeah. One in the chat, y'all. Yeah, everything we seen up until now was brand new, but I guess she just put this at the end just on GP. I know everybody didn't see it, that's why I say. One in the chat if you want to watch it, if y'all want to see this. I know everybody didn't see it. I don't mind. It's on y'all. This decision is y'all. Choice is y'all's though. I guess I'll just let it play this one.
Disclose this particular information because I can't do that right now. And certainly it.
We watched the new one in the first part of the stream. Rewind the stream if you want to see the new footage and everything.
It affects everyone's right to a fair trial under the under our U.S. as well as our Georgia constitutions, particularly the Fifth and Sixth Amendments in particular. But I want to just remind everybody about their obligations under those who are lawyers and who supervise paralegals and other support staff. Under Rule 1.6, which many of you probably not looked at it at 30 or more years, some of you that have been practicing that long, or varying lengths of time since you took the ethics course and passed the MPRE. That's the bedrock of our profession is confidentiality. And we're supposed to keep confidential information close and be close hold. So many of the things that we learn from representation, we can't share with anybody. This is just a prime example of a potential disclosure in violation of 1.6. Now, I don't know who did this, but if this pertains to you, then please kind of just amend your ways and kind of just think about how you keep information safe and who you're sharing it with, because you're playing a very dangerous game with your 6-digit bar number. Because one of the things I will do as a result of this disclosure is I will go ahead and order an investigation. And I'll tell you that the computer forensics folks are really good these days at finding the source of people's disclosure. So that's later, and I'm not going to take that up now because that's not something I'm equipped to do, but I am going to order an investigation in terms of that because my orders to you all are not aspirational. They're for the purpose so that everybody gets a fair trial. So if you think you might have leaked this particular information because you could tank your buddy or tank somebody else's ability to have a fair trial, that would just be wrong on all levels. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not casting aspersions on anybody because I don't know who did it. But I'm just reminding you of your obligations as professional advocates to play by the rules. The rules are designed so that, especially the rules of ethics and the rules of discovery in this particular case, so that people can be protected, people can have a fair trial, people can have a lawful trial. And that's the only reason for it. And for this to have occurred and for me to have to deal with this at this point in time in the trial is just unacceptable. So I want you all to think about that. So Ms. Love, if you'll prepare a suitable order for my signature to order investigation, I will go ahead and do that. And as a result of this particular disclosure, this is the last time I'm going to have a conversation about this. If I have another conversation about the disclosure of information, then you're only going to get it from my chambers, either in the courtroom or in the jury room. I'm going to restrict it to that particular area for it to be looked at, because I can control that. So As I said, this is not, and Ms. Bernard, thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'm sure that it would have probably come to my attention otherwise. At this point in time, Madam, however, I'm going to deny your motion for mistrial. However, I will permit you and your colleagues, as appropriate, as people come in, both sides, to ask them if they have heard about this video and if that affects their ability to be fair and impartial to your particular client or his or her interests, okay?
Yes, Ron, I'd just like to add, I appreciate everything that you said. The one thing that I would like to stress, when you were talking about what you were talking about just now, it felt like you were blaming the defense.
I'm blaming everybody. I'm not blaming, like I said, I can't determine who's doing this. You wrote that in your motion, madam. And I'm not casting aspersions. I'm not blaming you, and you did that in your reply to the state's motion. This is something that affects all of us. And until I find out, or if I ever find out who it is that did it, then I'll have that conversation with that person. But I'm reminding everybody, all sides, that this is something that is a joint responsibility to.
Hey man, look man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You know what I mean. If you want to see the new footage from yesterday, go back to the rewind the screen, go back to the beginning of the stream. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Please hit that like button if you popped in. If you popping in, please hit that like button. Free thugging them, man. I know some of y'all don't want them free though.
To adhere to. 1.6 is the bedrock of what we believe and what we do as lawyers. We safeguard people's business and their secrets and their confidences, and we don't disclose them, even though it might be satiating and interesting and get other particular, be newsworthy. It's just not. And the reason that we signed this order, both sides asked me to sign this order, is because of the fact that we need to be able to safeguard information and individuals. That's why I did it. And that's why I'm kind of annoyed that the whole thing, that somebody just decided, hey, forget what the judge ordered. I'm going to just go ahead and release this. So, Madam, to your point, okay?
All right, thank you, Judge. And depending on the outcome of the investigation, I may renew my.
Yes, ma'am. That certainly would be within your purview, if in fact I get it, whenever I get that done. Yes, Mr. Matthews.
Can we ask that the court collectively order that this is a joint request by both the government and the defense? Because I think we're all interested in terms of this. Not just the government.
No, it's going to be my investigation. It's going to come from me.
Okay.
It's not going to come from any particular side. It's going to come from me, because it's my order that somebody violated.
And also, it's not going to, I'm sorry. And also, are you also saying that the denying the state's motion to restrict our obtaining of discovery at this point?
Yeah, but if I have one more disclosure, you're going to get restricted. Your restriction is going to be not their office, my office.
Understood.
I would presume that will be after the investigation determined how this goes.
One thing at a time. I need to first sign the order, and then I need to kind of figure out where we go from there. That'll be something that I'll go ahead and let you know as it becomes appropriate. Okay? Yes, Mr. Jimenez.
YSL Pony.
Your rule now, so you say that we ask today is the time for us to let you know why their request shouldn't be granted. You're letting us know today that if there's another leak, wherever it comes from, we will be restricted.
I haven't decided that yet, but that is one of the things that I potentially could do, because if I can't control who leaked it at that point in time, if there's another particular incident, I'm going to have to relook this particular issue.
Well, I find it necessary to bring up some issues as to the way discovery is being brought, and I also feel like I need to address this because it is under motion, specifically Section 2, where they seem to allude.
But you all have a duty as advocates to me, not me personally, you're a Glamble, but to the profession and the bench to adhere to the rules. So it doesn't make a difference who raised it. The state raised it. You could have raised it. Ms. Bernard, in fact, did raise it. She was the first person to raise this under an issue of, she just moved for mistrial. But so it doesn't make a difference who makes the motion.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say, Your Honor. What I'm trying to say is that in their motion, they are specifically complaining that this leak happened after the defense.
But I can't determine that. I'm not going to determine that today.
So I just want to.
Can you just wait till I do the investigation? And then, that's why I didn't get into all of that was put in the motion. We're not going to, it doesn't behoove your clients for us to discuss all that right now. It affects their ability to get a fair trial and lawful trial. Just let me go ahead and do the investigation at this point, and then we can revisit this other who may be responsible at another time. It's just allegation and assertion at this point in time. So all you be doing is asserting some other position, and right now it's not the position's not important to the court. What's important to the court is a disclosure has occurred. It's been noted to me, and I'm not happy with it because somebody violated my order. That's the bottom line.
That's not what I'm trying to say, Your Honor. If I may just finish. What I'm trying to say is I think as a group we have all identified a possible flaw with the way discovery is being released, and if I can express it to the court, maybe we can address that to prevent any future disclosures, whether they are intentional or not.
Well, I hope they're not intentional, because intentional will get you in a lot of hot water with me.
I can assure you it's not me. It will not get me in the hot water because I am not disclosing anything. There is no staff. You're looking at the secretary, the executive, the senior. Everything in my firm is done through me. And I can assure you there's been no leaks from the Chada Jimenez office. However, the state is providing discovery through an unsecured Dropbox link. Anybody with access to that link has access to the discovery. It's not even password protected, Your Honor. That is just the bare minimum for something that has a level of confidentiality to adhere by Rule 1.6. My discovery, as I requested and as they're complaining, is right here. This is my discovery. And I invite the state, look at it. You can't get into it without my fingerprint because I asked for it on a thumb drive, on a hard drive, so we don't have that issue. I am just saying, we are asking that if the state has any future discovery, give it to us in a secure form as a hard drive. That way, I have it in my possession, not as a Dropbox link.
I don't have an issue with that if you provide the state with the drives.
Of course, I provided them that.
Well,
but
that's a suggestion, certainly.
Yeah, because I definitely do not want to be restricted. I think we need access to the discovery, especially I don't want to be restricted if somebody else, whether it was from the defense or the state or some rogue officer or somebody that in the internet feels very passionate about this case and wants to start digging, the Dropbox is not secure. We need to do a better way. This is not new. This is just, even a password being assigned to that Dropbox link would have been the bare minimum. And this is the state providing the discovery. I just wanted to bring that to the court's attention. I'm not here to blame anybody. None of us benefit from the leaks of anything.
And I appreciate that suggestion. That is a good one.
Hey, please stop what you're doing, man. We got 570 people in here. Smash that like if you ain't smash it, man. Shout out Infamous Sylvia. Go subscribe to her if you want to see more exclusive footage. She is the only one with it, you dig? And yeah, that's how we rocking.
I think we'll incorporate that for future.
Coach Tay, that's crazy, right? They even put a password on the that's crazy. And the state did that. Like, what? Anybody could have hacked that, even somebody from across the world.
Future discovery exchanges, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Anybody else? Any other defense attorneys, I should say? Madam, Ms. Love.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I appreciate Your Honor addressing the matter of having an investigation into this. Your Honor, I wanted to point out in response to Mr. Chada's suggestion to the court regarding providing discovery on a medium to counsels for the defendants. The issue, I believe, originally was that they were unable to download videos and the like. And for the entirety of a year, I guess, that they had been receiving discovery via that Dropbox link that they could not download from, this type of thing had not happened to this extent. It was only after the court instructed and we followed the court's directive to place videos on that type of medium that 20 days later or so, this leak occurred. Your Honor, we will of course abide by whatever instruction and directive that the court gives to the state. But we also have in mind a more secure method of transmitting discovery to the defendants, which will require.
Her channel is on the screen right there. Infamous Sylvia. That's her watermark. That's how you spell her channel right there.
Any person who downloads or looks at that to have a password and a marker will be placed on that item that they look at. Now, we can't prevent unlawful cell phones from capturing those things as they are viewed. But, Your Honor, we'd ask that the court allow us to endeavor to provide future discovery in this method that will at least place a watermark on the pieces of evidence that we provide to the defense.
I think placing a watermark on what you have is a separate issue, and that might not be a bad idea for it to occur, because then if it's transmitted, you know where at least that was what you got from the particular discovery that was in fact it's made of record. It's not a bootleg, but I do believe Mr. Chow's suggestion of a drive being presented to you all, given to you so that it may be copied and they can, everybody has it can be protected by biometrics or password.
Question. Let's see your words right here. Look.
Move to that at
See?
this point in time. So that's what I would.
You're
That's what
okay.
I would ask that both of those two things be incorporated at this point in time from going forward. Okay.
And yes, Your Honor. And to be clear, the method that I was speaking of is evidence.com, which is the evidence holder for that the county uses that is secure, that we can send out discovery to the by way of.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Jimenez.
I just want to clarify. At no point I requested the hard drives. At no
I'm sorry,
point.
no point. You what? Sorry.
Did I say I couldn't download it? I said it was too burdensome to download what it ended up being 2 terabytes. I had to download 1 file at a time. So I requested that they put in a hard drive.
I remember us having that conversation already.
Okay,
that
Alex.
issue, so.
It's just the state said that we claim we
Thank
couldn't
you.
download it, and then after.
No. Look. Let's not replow that road. I understand, and I certainly the court concurs with you in terms of. I think Mr. Matthews also brought that up earlier about not being able to view that. If it's on a drive, it's a lot easier for you to move it around, take it, and show your clients. So that makes sense, and I certainly think that would be appropriate. The issue becomes again keeping the confidentiality of the data that you're given or entrusted. It's not to be shared with the people outside of in this order. We're not trying to prohibit, the court is in no way trying to prohibit you from utilizing it to prepare and otherwise show to those parties that you necessarily have to, but it just can't go on social media wholesale like this particular interview did. So again, please don't do that. I really don't want to have an uncomfortable conversation with any one of you, but I will go ahead and have this ordered. Have this invested.
Hey, that's a good ass question, Harold. That's one of the best questions I've seen somebody ask. Harold Scott said, "What happens?" Harold Scott said, "What happens to the people who took a plea if this case gets thrown out?" I don't know, man. I know that pleas are pretty permanent. I know pleas are pretty permanent, but if a whole case is thrown out, maybe I don't know. That's a good ass question. Anybody got an answer?
So, and I'll keep you all posted on that particular issue as we go forward. Anybody else wish to be heard on that issue before I go ahead and move on to any other ministerial acts, and then we talk about hardships for the afternoon.
Your Honor, and I do want to be clear so that we can make certain to abide by all of the court's instructions with respect to dissemination of discovery from this point forward. The state, of course, will be utilizing evidence.com as it relates to the downloading of materials to terabyte drives and the like. What is the court's instruction to the state and to the defense? Are they to give us something?
Yes, they're to provide you the appropriate terabyte drives for you for that material that's subject to being disclosed for discovery to be put on those drives in working order, so it can be read or otherwise manipulated for their use.
Understood. Yes, sir.
I see clarification.
What's your question, sir?
That's crazy.
Are the existing Dropbox links going to remain open? Or are we-
I recommend you terminate those. I recommend you move them to another space.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. I'm like, they already pled guilty, so it's locked in. It's an agreement with the government. I mean, I guess if they wanted to be nice, but when the fuck do the government really want? You know, it's not about being nice with them. It's about being fair and just and all that type shit.
Space in place so that you can,
a deal's a
or
deal.
at least if it's not been password protected or otherwise enhanced in terms of security, that you do so.
Your Honor, and with respect to those links, each attorney has the ability to download from that link, and then
Why do we keep going back to this download? The downloads have been a problem. The reason the downloads are a problem because of the size of the material you have. So I think that you're going to have to move away from that, Ms. Love. It's just too much. It's easier just to copy for their particular reason, since you've got videos and other things, to go ahead and just copy them onto a series of terabyte drives. Then they're portable. So I would just direct you to do that. Mr. Steele, do you have an inquiry or a comment?
While we're
You're next, Mr. Matthews. Hold on. While you're what? I'm sorry.
talking about this, and the state will tell me, can you also put in your order, you consider when we will have all discovered? Can you put a date on it, or as a state, I keep getting discovered and it changes?
Well, of course, you have a continuing obligation to disclose discovery. I would just say that, the state needs to disclose that within, have you given all the discovery already, madam?
we have
Or 95% of it?
that we have, and as we collect it, we send it out. We endeavor to have collected and identified all that is identifiable by the April 28th date that the court alluded to earlier. If the court instructs us otherwise.
Hey man, we just hit 1,000 viewers in here, man. Shout out to all 1,000 of y'all in this thing, man. Smash that like button. It's getting crazy, man. I don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest. It's like a movie. This whole thing is like a movie. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can react to that rap trap thing.
Then we will continue to disclose discovery throughout, because we recognize our ongoing obligations.
The reason I ask is because the state of Georgia is giving us discovery last month. It had in October 2021. So it just seems like they have the discovery. I just want it, it takes a lot out of us to get ready.
You haven't seen the leaked
Sure.
video? You want to look at it?
One of the things I might recommend you all do
That shit
is
long,
just
though.
on a weekly basis that you were members of the defense, individually or collectively, with a representative from the state, and make sure
No,
that you
waiting for
update your
Tony because
discovery.
he has
That
something
might
he
be
has
the
to
thing.
give me.
I can order
Huh?
that to occur.
Oh, okay.
At least you have a
Yeah.
conversation. Is there
Hold on,
anything
okay.
else
I said, Tony, where are you?
need
Because he left already.
during the week that you do that, or so that we can, so you can make sure that at least up to that point you have everything you need.
Yeah,
So
he
I'll
was found
direct you to
guilty.
that on a weekly basis, starting this week. You can pick whatever time you want. I'll leave that up to you all as professional advocates, and go ahead and take care of that. Mr. Matthews.
So, but there was a quick verdict. That they didn't review anything.
Do I think there's a possibility that because first of all, I think it was talked about for long, and then
And they had that video. They had the not the video. They had that documentary on. You cannot have a fair trial, and you keep putting stuff. Exactly.
Okay, is an appropriate drop so that they can.
okay, the family was center of the whole grandfather.
To
I mean,
reinstate
you
what,
talking about
to reiterate
attorneys
what,
and judges. They
Leonard
got a
Bernstein
picture
was
of
saying,
his
I think the
grandfather.
issue that we're trying to get into that, I get that there's a lot, and I think that already exists and is in their possession. We're
Yeah,
asking it to be
I'm gonna
turned
lock
over
it up.
by a date certain and if not, to be excluded.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna direct, because we're gonna be, I think, have some days that are down
Monday.
next week.
I'll see you Monday.
Due to some unrelated
Tony
business that the
YSL.
court has.
Hold on a second.
I'm
I was
gonna
playing
direct
this
that
for
you
them. Hold on.
meet on the 7th and 8th.
All right, so this is basically over. And I think Miss Sylvia was talking to somebody, so it's like we couldn't even really hear it. But shout out to Miss Sylvia. No, respectfully. Let's see. I'll go to the what's the boy name? What's the nigga name? Woody. YSL Woody. I couldn't remember the nigga name. Somebody said y'all ain't see it. We can watch. It ain't. It's like 3 hours, but it's a lot of gaps in there. Like, you know, the police be leaving out the room and shit like that. You know. Let me see. Yeah, go right here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Smash that like. Smash the like. Smash the like. Let's get into it, man. This is the video that shook the case and broke the internet, man. The one, the only, YSL Woody. You know what I'm talking about? He doing what he do. Doing what he does. You know what I mean? That nigga checked his pulse. Oh man, you know what? I never seen that. I don't remember seeing that. Him hit himself. He like, damn. Yeah, you know he fucked up. That lame ass black cop with the backwards hat. That nigga corny as shit. Said, what, he gonna keep it 100? Matter of fact, let me move my box out the way so y'all can see. I'm gonna put my box at the top right here. Put my box at the top. This nigga then broke the internet and broke the case. He broke the case and the internet.
We got that one. Okay, this is Investigator Flores. You remember from earlier? Okay.
What's up, bro?
One of my partners.
Cool with you?
This is one of my partners, Investigator Flores. He works at the Atlanta Police Department. I gotta tell you, first things first, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to you and represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you and have these rights in mind? Do you want to talk to us now? I need a verbal. Can.
Yeah.
Okay, your friend has been moved upstairs. We're keeping you separate, okay? So, do you want to talk to me about today? So, you're in charge today, not me.
Yeah. So what happened today, bro? With Brittany Parks.
Wow. She called me and said police here. They was at the house. You know what I mean? And asked me what to do. And I was like, what the hell you doing to your house? She got my baby, want me to come turn myself in? I'm like, what for what? She's like, probation. So I'm like, shit, why they got your baby? She like everybody up for smoke. I said, well, Like, if you go there, they gonna lock you up. She know. You know what I mean? So, shit, she asked me to come get him, bring him.
Where you pick it up from?
Shit,
to
some
that
gas
car?
station.
From gas
She
station?
told me to pick her up on the gas station and take her, and I picked her up. Shit, I told her she put me in a bad situation, 'cause I feel bad for her. Like, why the hell you put me in there? Like, I'm not gonna tell you turn yourself into no police, but don't do me like that. That's what I told her. And she was like, come on, man. I said, I understand. You know what I mean? Like, shit, she said she gotta go do what she gotta go do. She cried. I just felt bad for her. I took her to her apartment where the police was, and that was it.
Yeah, I ain't tripping on that. What about afterwards? After you drop off? Where you dropped off at, matter of fact?
Shit, however she stayed, like the way she stayed.
Like you dropped off in front of the apartment complex?
I dropped off right there. She got out and walked.
What about afterwards? Like where
Said
did you go
make
afterwards?
subtitles.
I went to the landing station.
And one second, you know before when you said about you wanna go home today, you know we can't promise you anything, right? Wait, listen to me, I gotta make that clear. You understand that, right? And listen to me. Woody, listen to me, I just gotta make that clear to you, we can't promise you anything, you understand that, right?
Yeah, you know.
Listen to me, I just gotta, look, Woody,
I went
for a
through the
minute,
service.
listen to me. I just gotta make that very clear, we can't, at this point in time, we cannot promise you anything, okay?
What you went through?
This, you know what I mean? They told me, come promise me now. I told them everything that I knew about this situation.
About what?
Last time. That's everything I knew. Y'all feel as I had something to do with it. I didn't have nothing to do with it.
Do what situation? Because you know I wasn't there. This is my first time meeting you, so you gotta fill me in.
That some years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everything I knew about it, I said everything I knew. The police feel like I knew anything about it. I didn't know nothing else. I wasn't there. I didn't have no parts. All I did was I heard after the fact things, and I said everything I knew. And I
Shout out Coach. Shout out Coach Tay. Appreciate you pulling up, Coach Tay. I might be back later because I think there's gonna be some more newer footage from today's court session. But I think it was short because remember he said in the beginning on the one from yesterday he said it was gonna be an hour today. But yeah, so just stay tuned, I guess.
I did 5 years. I lost people while I was going through the process. I was tortured. Them niggas ain't tortured. Them niggas ain't gotta go through what I gotta go through. I was tortured. Now I'm still being tortured.
He's tortured. He's a tortured soul.
Take her to go, you know what I mean, keep her family out there and go do her time. That's it. I went to the mall, bro. That's it. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Just man to man, it was your actions that led to you in this spot afterwards.
Panic.
Panic doing what?
I seen the police jump out, I got scared. Shit, niggas, you know what I mean? Like, I got scared.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
But you talking about at that last station, right?
I got scared when they jump out and they came at me. I got scared.
I can't fault you for that. I understand. Shit, I'm the police, and if police jump out on me, I'm scared too. And just human nature. I ain't gonna lie to you, just human nature.
Bro, and I know I said this when we first had reacted to this shit, but this weak ass good cop I'm the police, and nigga, you the police. Why would you be scared of the police? You're the police. Unless you doing some foul shit. What, like, he really trying to spin it like.
But
that's all right.
Did anything happen in between you dropping off Brittany and you getting to that last station?
Police scared the police.
I had picked up my buddy, which is you and somebody else. You know what I mean? And we went to the next station.
But did anything happen in between that time?
Like, did we do anything? No. Not one single thing. Like, to be honest, I respect my girl, you know what I mean? I never do nothing in her car. I never had done anything to anybody, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to say.
Who the girl?
Aaliyah.
The car?
Yes.
The owner of the car? Y'all live together?
Yes, I would. She went through my phone and.
Oh, boy, Woody.
Yeah, so.
Hey, White girl go through my phone right now.
Look, there he go again, trying to relate. Hey, man, my girl, man, shut the fuck up. You the police, nigga. I'm the criminal, bitch. But see, he don't got the attitude. He got the attitude he trying to snitch. A nigga who, first of all, nigga, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Take me to intake. Give me a lawyer. I mean, I guess he got caught with the gun and shit, so he kind of was, but he knew that that nigga said he was scared.
I'm in the same boat. I'll be goddamn homeless. But
Is she Caitlin's mom?
No.
You have another one?
No, I just got 2 kids.
Caitlin and Zari, right?
Yeah.
So who? Deshaun is Zari's mom.
And Tanae's Caitlin mom.
So that girl said she was your baby mama.
Yeah, she got 2 boys. I be doing for her kids.
Oh, so the girls aren't hers.
No.
Oh, so you just take care of her kids like they're yours. Gotcha. I was about to say, I didn't think that.
okay.
You know what I mean? As in, me committing any crime, I didn't run away. Like today, I wasn't driving reckless. I haven't. Like, y'all got cameras everywhere. All the time, I swerved over because of the thing in the streets. I mean, I didn't have no gun on me, no nothing.
Where you swerved over at?
Right here by the jail. There was something in the street messed up right there. And I was talking on FaceTime.
You don't need money for a lawyer. Lawyers come free. It's called a public defender, nigga. And that's not even the point. The point is shut the fuck up. If you ain't lying about this shit and saying you don't know what they talking about, you need to say, give me a lawyer. Even though it'd be wise just to say, give me a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? But, nigga, just no, nigga.
And when I looked up, I seen, I heard the swerve over. And then they cut me up, but I didn't see it. I drove on. Man, I'm being honest with you. I'm not gonna cut you, man. Like, for real, man. I've been trying, man. I have issues, man. I be scared every night. I go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like, I do stuff that seem bold to keep people off me. You know what I mean? Because I know what type of niggas I'm dealing with. But, man, man.
But how many
If I gotta go
times?
to jail, man, I just gotta go to jail.
How many times have you and I sat down for hours? Hours,
I
right?
don't understand. I just have information.
How many times have we sat down, Woody, for hours? This nigga is a dedicated. This nigga might be the Michael Jordan of snitching. I think he might actually beat out 6ix9ine. This is fucking legendary. Yeah, I think, man, this nigga dropped a platinum snitch tape. This shit got 30 million plus views. Probably upwards of 60 now. This nigga's incredibly snitching, bro. Like,
And what did she do for nothing?
Listen to me.
Nothing, man.
Are you talking?
she was like, Woody, don't lie. You know you a fucking rat. And if your daddy a rat, you a mice.
About what do you? I know what you're talking about, but you're not in trouble for that.
What am I in trouble for?
But what I'm saying, like you told me, you're talking about when you went to the feds, right? And you did that sentence, like that's over with. But you're talking about that's what you're upset about.
No, I'm not specifically saying. I'm just saying I didn't do that. I didn't kill this nigga. I didn't have nothing.
I'm not saying you killed him.
No, I'm just saying all this leading up into this all leading up to this. It ain't nothing I'm doing on my.
See, that was the first little inkling. That you see how she looked, right? He just mentioned somebody getting killed, and we don't know who it is. He threw that because he knew what he was doing. I ain't even kill them niggas or nothing. We didn't say you killed who? Who was it that you? Well, who killed him then? What you see what he doing, nigga?
That's what you're upset about.
No, I'm not specifically saying. I'm just saying I didn't do that. I didn't kill this nigga. I didn't have nothing.
I'm not saying you killed him.
No, I'm just saying all this leading up into this all leading up to this. It ain't nothing I'm doing on my own. It ain't like I'm out here doing it to people.
Hold on, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with what happened back then. I don't even know what you're talking about. All right.
Brown girl.
But today, I seen you for myself.
T-Rizzle. Fix your face.
Mm-hmm. Going out, man. I seen you swerve on Bankhead to get around that car, going through the red light as you're going through a turn lane. You know what I'm talking about? My Martin on Bankhead.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I gotta get something to eat. But if y'all want to watch this whole video, it's 3 hours and 40 minutes long. It's like gaps and shit. But if you want to watch the whole thing, I'm not about to sit here for 3 hours. And we already looked at this. I mean, how many fucking times? But it is still funny. I ain't gonna lie. And it's still, you can still break it down and dissect it. But if y'all want to go do that, the videos on my channel. Just look at the title, The Snitch Who Took Down YSL right here. I'm gonna be back later. Shout out to everybody. If you want to see the new court footage, go all the way back to the beginning of the screen. Shit, man, yeah. And if you want to replay, smash that like. If you in here right now, smash that like. I'll be back later. I'm about to eat, make a little content, and I'm gonna holler back with y'all. Snow gang or no gang? Drop them snowflakes in the chat. Let these niggas know it's snow gang or no gang. Shout out my nigga Jason for